Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is a MacVoices update for May 2018. As I record this, we're just a few hours after the quarterly Apple earnings call, and Apple announced, among other things, that they sold a ton of iPhone Xs, that they beat Wall Street estimates once again, that they are going to do a $1 billion, that's billion with a B, dollar stock buyback program, and that the Apple Watch, if viewed alone, would be the equivalent of a Fortune 300 company. Not bad. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm really resisting the temptation to do like a half an hour of I told you so's to friends and acquaintances and financial types that have been predicting doom and gloom for Apple over the last few weeks and consequently playing havoc with the Apple stock price. We all know that the good news can't go on forever, but it may be worth your time to remember this, remember those results and the results that have come quarter after quarter after quarter before this, and how many times the analysts and the so-called experts have been wrong. Don't seem to sound smug, but you just have to wonder. So let's get on to the actual update itself. As you probably have noticed since you're paying attention or are subscribed to MacVoices, I spent most of this month covering the National Association of Broadcasters show, the NAB Show in Las Vegas, and the SuperMeet event. And it was a great time. There were so many great conversations with so many great people, and most of them are things that really pertain to you and me and what we can do with our Apple tech or video tech in general. So I came away from the show with a lot of ideas about things I want to learn, try, maybe even buy. A total of 26 shows in all. I'm certainly confident that you'll find something in there that will interest you or maybe drive you to try some of the things on your own. Last month, I started the process of sharing some of the feedback I get on some of the previous month's shows. This time I'm going to do it just a little different and not necessarily quote any one thing, but I want to let you know I got a ton of feedback on my conversation with Peter Cohen about social media and the changes he's made in his social media life. That's MacVoices 18084 if you missed it. For some reason, this particular topic seemed to strike a chord with lots of you, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, or one of the other networks, and are questioning how you use social media and whether you should just walk away from it. It was a great discussion, and if you didn't hear it and are feeling some of those pressures, Peter may have some of the answers for you. Now, looking down the road just a little bit as I record this, on May 3rd, Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be doing a special MacVoices Live in the MacVoices Facebook group with Michael E. Cohen, the author of Take Control of Pages. Now, you may notice that I just talked to Michael about Take Control of Pages about a month and a half ago. Well, at that time, the book had just been released and everything was completely up to date. And of course, then as fate would have it, Apple turned around and released an update to Pages right after that, making at least some of the book not quite up to speed. After some research, Michael found out that there really was quite a bit to that update. And so we're going to have that conversation on Facebook Live. But we also want to take your questions. So if you have a question about the update, or for that matter, Pages in general, because Michael has spent hours and hours and hours with that program. If you have a question, you can post it to the MacVoices group pre-show. You can send it to me at chuck@macvoices.com, or you can simply join us for the Facebook Live and type it into the chat. Michael will be happy to try to answer it for you, again, along with covering all the updates to Pages. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The one thing, though, you do need to be a member of the MacVoices Facebook group to attend, and that does require that we approve you, and that's just purely a logistical thing. So if you want to join us right now, go to the MacVoices Facebook group page, not the MacVoices page, but the MacVoices group page, and ask to become a member, and so you will be right in there when the time comes. So again, that's May 3rd, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. We're going to have a good time and hopefully get all of your Pages questions answered. One other event I want to let you know about, and you probably already know about it because you listen to Mac Voices, is MacStock coming up in Woodstock, Illinois on July 21 and 22. It's just outside of Chicago. It's easy to get to, and it's a great time. But more importantly, what you don't know is that Mike Potter, the organizer, just gave me a special code to help you attend MacStock at the lowest price possible. If you use the code MacVoices, all caps, one word, you will get the lowest price on the MacStock conference that there is. It's the lowest price that is in effect now. It will be the lowest price right up to the day he stops accepting registrations and the event starts, and it is equal to the lowest early bird pricing that was offered back in January when you probably were still digging out from snow if you were in the Northern Hemisphere. So I really would like for you to join us at MacStock. You're going to find that this is a terrific opportunity to not only meet, but spend some quality time with people that you read and hear and see throughout the rest of the year when it comes to Apple and Mac technology. And of course, there's going to be a special keynote by Bob, Dr. MacVoices. So please, check it out, MacStock2018.com. Use the code MacVoices, save some money, and join us. We're going to have a great time, and I really would like to meet you there. Finally, we have our Patreon update for the month. Now, the bad news is that we didn't make our goal of getting at least one new patron. The good news is that we didn't lose anybody, so it was sort of a break-even kind of month. So I want to encourage you, if you find value in Mac Voices, go on over to patreon.com/MacVoices and pledge your support. It can be $1, can be more. Obviously, more helps more. But whatever you can afford and whatever you feel that Mac Voices earns for you. That's kind of my thing, is I want to make sure I'm earning your support, not just asking for it. So this month, just like last month, we had at Platinum, Genia Labs, and Mike, I think that's the second month in a row I get it right. At Gold, we have RVS. At Silver, we have Carol B., Daniel S., Michael D., Chuck P., Jim T., Max C., Frank P., and Norbert F. At Bronze, we have Descartes F., Prop N, I'm going to try to say this right, Michelin N, and I hope I get that. I hope I've got that right. If not, please let me know and I'll try to do better next month. Rick S. and Jero M. And folks, I really, really appreciate your support. It absolutely helps me bring a better show to you. If you're not in a position to support the show through Patreon, no problem. I completely understand. But there are other things you can do. When you go shopping on Amazon, if you would visit the Mac Voices website first and click through the Amazon banner at the top of each page, that'll give us just a little kickback. It won't cost you anything extra, and it definitely helps support the show. And if that's not convenient or you don't order from Amazon, you can always say nice things to us about the show to your friends and also on iTunes, in the iTunes reviews. That also helps us get more attention, more listeners, and hopefully makes us more attractive to sponsors and to folks that are new to us. So that's the Mac Voices update for May. Thank you so much to all our sponsors and supporters, and thank you for watching and listening throughout the month. There are great new shows already in the can. I'm looking forward to sharing those with you, along with lots of other interesting information. Until the next time, and as always, I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Mac Voices Facebook group and get more out of your Apple Tech with Mac Voices magazine, free on Flipboard. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us at patreon.com/MacVoices and join these folks who help keep Mac Voices coming to you. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.